This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' leading and longest-running weekly TV and online magazine dedicated to motoring news and features. I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here's a sneak peek at this week's exciting features.
On Motoring Forum, we shall talk about data-driven traffic solutions. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the proper way of crossing the street between parked vehicles. This week's Buying Super shall be about following the 3-second distance rule. Showcase this week shall have a compact crossover SUV from JCU, the J7 SHS. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of the 2026 Gymkhana Pilipinas first practice.
This week's edition of Motoring Today gives you all this, plus the latest updates in transportation, traffic management, and advances in the automotive industry.
Bagong araw, bagong tama raw. Panalo ka sa forma, pangmalakasan pa ang karga. Makabagong sasakyan para sa bagong henerasyon. Tuloy-tuloy ang asenso. Tuloy-tuloy ang maasahang serbisyo. Ano man ang trip mo, iba't iba man ang pangarap, sagot ka ng Toyota. Next generation Toyota tama raw. Abante, posible!
The all-new Mitsubishi Destinator, destined for more.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Let's dive into the latest news and updates about transportation and traffic management in our country. The dream of an underground commute is getting closer to reality. Commuters in the north may be the first to get a taste of the Metro Manila subway with a demonstration run on the horizon. The Department of Transportation is targeting the first quarter of 2028 for the initial demo run of the country's first underground railway. Acting Transportation Secretary Giovanni Lopez confirmed that this run is specifically for the project's northern segment, extending from the 30.34-hectare East Valenzuela Depot to the Carino Highway Station in Quezon City. Unlike formal testing and commissioning, this demo will focus on moving the project's coaches along the rail tracks for the first time. As of late 2025, construction for the massive 33-kilometer line is approximately 26% complete. While the project of the century has faced significant hurdles, Secretary Lopez reported that the agency has successfully acquired over 90% of the necessary right-of-way, resolving long-standing bottlenecks in key areas. Total project costs are estimated at 488.5 billion pesos, with full operations covering all 17 stations from Valenzuela to NAIA Terminal 3, expected by the last quarter of 2031 or into 2032.
Nung kami po'y pumasok, ang una talaga namin tinignan dito at kailangan namin bigyang solusyon yung right-of-way issue. Nung pumasok po tayo, sinabi ko po, pati po nung when I assumed office, sinabi ko po na by December of 2025, kaya namin kuhanin ng 90% of right-of-way issue ng subway. So nung December po, nakakuha po kami ng 90% of right-of-way issue. Ibig sabihin, meron na lang kaming 10% na natitira. At ito po ay parating sinasabi na importante talagang itong right-of-way. Kasi ito naman talaga yung sinasabi nating main reason, no? If not the only reason, kung bakit nadidelay ang proyekto natin.
5 more years may seem like a long wait, but for a traffic-free ride from Valenzuela to the airport, it might just be worth it. Meanwhile, every second counts when there's a collision on our busy roads. The MMDA is now challenging itself to reach accident sites faster than ever before. MMDA General Manager Nicolas Torre III has announced a new 5-minute response policy for traffic accidents occurring on major roads under the agency's specific jurisdiction. MMDA personnel are undergoing intensive training for the initiative. A dry testing will be undertaken before its official launch. The goal is to prevent minor fender benders from causing massive traffic ripples. Torre noted that already congested roads become significantly worse the moment a collision occurs. This move comes at a critical time, as the 2025 TomTom Traffic Index recently ranked the Philippines as the most congested country in the entire Asian region. According to the index, the Philippines logged a staggering 45% congestion level, surpassing neighbors like India and Singapore, which both sat at 37%. By aiming for a 5-minute response window, the MMDA hopes to provide a tangible solution to the daily ordeal faced by commuters and motorists alike. In a city where time is money, let's see if the MMDA can beat the clock and keep the metro moving. Continuing, good news for commuters in the north and those traveling to Bulacan. 2 major rail projects are on track to open their doors by next year. The DOTR is officially eyeing a 2027 launch for 2 massive rail projects, the Metro Rail Transit Line 7 or MRT-7 and a key segment of the PNR North-South Commuter Railway. Acting Transportation Secretary Giovanni Lopez expressed high confidence that the MRT-7, which is a public-private partnership with San Miguel Corporation, could reach full operations by the second quarter of 2027, or potentially even earlier if appeals for an accelerated schedule are met. Once active, MRT-7 will span 12 stations from North Caloocan to North Avenue, carrying roughly 500,000 passengers daily. Simultaneously, the DOTR is pushing for the opening of the PNR North-South Commuter Railway segment connecting Valenzuela City to Manolo City in Bulacan. While that specific project is already 90% complete, the final 10% has been slowed down by lingering right-of-way issues. The agency claims to have these legal and property hurdles fully resolved by the second quarter of 2026 to ensure the 2027 opening remains on schedule. With these 2 lines coming online, the daily grind for 500,000 passengers is about to get a whole lot smoother. And finally, torn seats and holes on the floor. That is a reality for many commuters that the LTFRB says must end. A new crackdown on rundown public utility vehicles is officially underway. The LTFRB is crafting a strict new policy designed to block the renewal of franchises of public utility vehicles found in poor condition. LTFRB Chair Vigor Mendoza II stated that the agency will implement a rigorous confirmation process, where roadworthiness is the primary gatekeeper. If a vehicle is dilapidated, the franchise will not be confirmed. What is described as an aggressive reform program involves heightened inspection and monitoring across the board, covering traditional and modern jeepneys, taxis, and passenger buses. The push for these reforms stems from increasingly frequent complaints and the chairman's own first-hand observations of substandard units, including modern jeepneys with torn, dirty seats, and even a unit in the Visayas featuring a large hole in the passenger platform. Beyond the vehicles themselves, the LTFRB is also looking at driver professionalism, noting reports of drivers wearing inappropriate attire like tank tops and slippers. Mendoza emphasized that a paradigm shift is necessary to safeguard the safety, efficiency, and comfort of the Filipino riding public. Public transport should be safe and dignified. It's time we hold operators to a higher standard for the sake of the riding public. The latest developments in transportation and traffic management are certainly significant. Up next, Motoring Forum takes a deeper look into one noteworthy issue that should affect motorists and motoring. This edition of Motoring Forum explores a pivotal shift in how we manage our roads, as the MMDA moves back to the drawing board to tackle Metro Manila's ranking as one of the most congested urban areas in the world. The MMDA is pivoting towards a more scientific approach to road management by engaging the University of the Philippines, Project NOAA, and the National Center for Transportation Studies. The move comes after the 2025 TomTom Traffic Index revealed a sobering reality. The Philippines has emerged as the most congested country in Asia, with a nationwide congestion level of 45%. In Manila alone, motorists are losing an average of 143 hours a year to rush hour traffic, with average speeds crawling at just 18.9 kilometers per hour. New MMDA General Manager Nicolas Torre III is prioritizing traffic engineering over mere enforcement to address these bottlenecks. He has set aggressive new benchmarks for the agency, including a 5-minute response time to road accidents and a 15-minute clearing window to ensure traffic returns to normal flow as quickly as possible.
Dahil sa data na yun ng TomToms, back to the drawing board, titingnan natin ang traffic kasi. Tatlong components palagi yan, engineering, education, enforcement. Last na yung enforcement. So, tingnan natin itong engineering na to based on the data that we have right now.
By integrating the disaster risk reduction expertise of Project NOAA, which recently saw a 1 billion peso funding restoration for 2026, the MMDA aims to improve traffic flow rather than just measuring speed. Project NOAA's geohazard maps will be used to identify flood-prone areas that trigger perennial gridlock, allowing for better designed flood control and synchronized infrastructure planning with the Department of Public Works and Highways. This data-driven strategy is being implemented even as the MMDA and the DPWH are busy preparing for the upcoming ASEAN Summit in April 2026. It also coincides with a major rehabilitation of EDSA that began in late 2025, utilizing new stone mastic asphalt technology in a compressed 8-month timeline that minimizes daytime disruptions. However, the shift in strategy has met with mixed reactions. Some observers hope that this long-overdue institutionalization of science-based management will insulate traffic policy from political changes and reduce the reliance on physical apprehensions that are often prone to corruption. On the flip side, there remains skepticism regarding enforcement. While the MMDA prioritizes engineering, skeptics point out that the top causes of congestion remain human factors, specifically illegal turning, unattended parking, and a general lack of motorist discipline. While the MMDA admits it cannot promise the moon and stars, the integration of academic data and engineering marks a critical step towards smarter road management. As we move from enforcement to engineering, the hope is that data will finally lead us towards a faster, more efficient Metro Manila.
The all-new Mitsubishi Destinator, destined for more.
Unlock more to life with the new Honda HR-V e-HEV. Sustainability that drives you further, while enjoying unparalleled versatility. Embrace style that unleashes your confidence. A connection that drives you forward. And always feel safe and in control. Go further and arrive in style with the new Honda HR-V e-HEV. there's more to life.
It pays to be a smart driver and a safe one. Here's a road safety reminder from Toyota Motor Philippines in our Young Street Smart segment. If you're going to cross the street between parked vehicles, it's always better and safer kung titingin ka muna sa kaliwa at kanan bago tuluyang tumawid. Minsan ay nakaharang sa paningin ang mga nakapara at maaari kang masagasaan ng paparating na sasakyan kung basta-basta ka lang tatawid. Always ensure your safety first before taking any action while on the road. There's a lot more to being a chopper, especially of PUVs, than knowing how to drive and how to take care of vehicles. To learn more about becoming a better professional driver, here's Spying Chopper this week.
Payong chopper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Rodrigo, isang kapwa niyo chopper. Siguraduhin may sapat na espasyo pagitan ng inyong sasakyan at nasa inyong harapan sa tuwing namamasada.
Maaari mo itong gawin sa pamamagitan ng pagsunod sa 3-second rule, kung saan ikaw ay maglalaan ng 3 seconds of space sa pagitan mo at ng sasakyan sa iyong harapan. Humanap ng palatandaan sa gilid ng kalsada. Kapag nakita mong nakalampas na dito ang sinusundang sasakyan, saka ka umabante at sumunod.
Tandaan sa pamamagitan ng pagsusunod sa 3-second rules, maiiwasan ang gitgitan sa kalsada. Ito po si Rodrigo Apas, payong chopper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo chopper.
The all-new Mitsubishi Destinator, destined for more. The all-new Mitsubishi Destinator, destined for more.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Get ready. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, the Nueva Ecija Sprint Rally delivered high-intensity competition as it doubled as Round 3 of the 2025 season and the opening round of the 2026 championship held from January 24 to 25. Leading the field were Ivan Isada and Christian Taala, who secured overall victory in a Toyota RAV4, stopping the clock at 35 minutes and 13 seconds. They were followed closely by Patrick Nang and Nixon Boliosos, also in a Toyota RAV4, finishing second overall just 14 seconds behind the leaders. Completing the overall podium were Vip Isada and Khalil Alquilos, making it a clean Group 5 sweep of the top 3 positions, also aboard a Toyota RAV4. In the class battles, Jess Diaz and Jim Gotanco claimed the Group 4 win in a Toyota Corolla, while Steve Acayan and Rain Acejas topped Group 3, also in a Toyota Corolla. Lawrence Palo and John Anton Palo emerged as the Group 2 winners in a Mitsubishi Lancer, delivering the highest overall finish outside Group 5. Meanwhile, Kaloy Kalika and Migs Lim took honors in Group 1 driving a Honda Jazz. With 16 classified finishers across 5 groups, the Nueva Ecija Sprint Rally set a competitive tone for the season. Round 2 was scheduled for February 21 to 22 as teams prepare for another tightly contested rally weekend.
There's plenty more to explore in the world of motorsports. Check out where Race Weekend takes us next. While the official season is still weeks away, the action is already heating up in Caloocan. Gymkhana Pilipinas brought drivers to Kabatuhan Road for its 2026 preseason practice, focused on testing new builds, dialing in cars, and giving newcomers their first taste of competition. Race Weekend checks in on who's shaping up early for the 2026 season.
January 18th marked the unofficial start of the 2026 Gymkhana Pilipinas season. This practice session served as a crucial warm-up for the upcoming championship. With no points on the line, the atmosphere was a mix of related camaraderie and intense technical focus.
For the 2026 Gymkhana Pilipinas, really the changes now for this season is that after this practice, we will have our match events, which will now have a point system. So effectively, at the end of 2026, we will be awarding overall champions for each of our categories, and of course, our driver of the year. Mostly our categories are displacement. So we have ranging from 1300cc and below all the way up to 2 liter and above. No? And also, we have our classes for electric vehicles or electrified vehicles. So pwede rin po ang mga hybrid cars. We also have our front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, crossover, and also utility vehicle. So what we're trying to do here is to welcome as many people as we can, to welcome as many cars that we bring in, because what we believe in is that whatever car you have, you can participate, you can enjoy, and you can even win here in Gymkhana Pilipinas.
Gymkhana veterans showed up to get back into the groove of precision driving with speed and prepare themselves and their cars for the coming matches.
Feel ko siguro additional things to work with sa car kasi syempre setup sa ganitong bagay malaki siya, no? Yung konting sabi natin pagpiki ng goma, ng gulong, ganun. Siguro ano na rin refinement ng ibang technique kasi of course hindi mo naman mamamaster ang motorsports in 1-2 years, di ba? Matagal na discipline siyang pinapractice. So, yun talaga, more consistent practice, trying new things, see what works, see what doesn't. Tapos yun na lang, testing kung ano okay, kung ano hindi. Doon lang marerefine talaga siya.
Kyle's experience showed on the timing sheets. Participating in both community and RWD classes, he posted a 39.50 in the community class, the fastest for that category. While veterans refined their lines, the practice session was a vital testing ground for new builds. Dave Adriel Bonifacio, new to Gymkhana, brought out a fresh project car with a newly rebuilt engine to safely test its performance.
Sumali ako kasi ang gusto namin talaga testingin to at least dito sa public road kasi ang pangit na mag-testing baka takaw sa aksidente pa dito pwede kong gamitin ng pwede kong iharurot.
Testing his project race car got Dave to thinking of competing in Gymkhana, although with his daily driver.
Okay naman. Dami mababait na tao, tas dami mong makikilalang tao sa industry din. Actually, dito nga bumili pa ako ng oil dito Nag-refill ako ng oil kanina kasi bagong rebuild yung engine. So, medyo nagbawas ng oil. Kaya bumili ako ng oil dito kanina.
In the rookie and community ranks, Sabel Trish Bernal, a Mitsubishi enthusiast, was among those making her official Gymkhana debut.
This is my first time joining Gymkhana's official race. So it's my first time and I'm having a lot of fun. In-expect ko ngayon, before talaga pumunta dito sa venue, talagang kinakabahan ako kasi ang pagkakaalam ko sa Gymkhana is super sikip talaga and super hirap talaga ng mga courses na ginagawa nila. Pero when we arrived, nung nakita ko yung course, syempre kinabahan ako, parang kaya ko ba to, ganyan. Pero nung lumatag na ako, nung practice run, super bait ng instructors. Talagang dinrive pa nila yung kotse ko para makita ko and ma-understood ko ng mabuti yung capacity ng kotse ko, kung ano yung kaya niyang ibigay. So, very natutuwa ko and ayun, gumanda yung runs ko every salang. Gumanda siya ng gumanda.
For others, the transition from virtual racing to the real track was the highlight. Miguel Ledesma moved from the simulator to the tarmac for the first time.
This is my first time in Gymkhana. I was able to join as a spectator lang last year. Tapos, inaya lang ako ng kaibigan ko. Sabi niya, kung gusto ko i-try din. And so, ito yung first opportunity na nakipagsali talaga. And before this, I don't really have any experience when it comes to any form of racing. Maliban sa konting try mag-sim racing. But other than that, this is really my first experience na nandito sa course.
By the end of the day, Toby Garcia Jr. walked away with the fastest time of 39.34 seconds, while the community class saw a tight battle between Kyle Te and Toby Garcia.
Gymkhana Pilipinas continues to show that motorsports doesn't have to be expensive, just accessible. With Match 1 approaching and practice times tightening, the 2026 season is already taking shape. Race Weekend will be there to follow the fight, run after run. That's all for this week's World of Motorsports. We'll return shortly after this break.
Bagong araw, bagong tama raw. Panalo ka sa forma, pangmalakasan pa ang karya. Makabagong sasakyan, para sa bagong henerasyon. Tuloy-tuloy ang asenso, tuloy-tuloy ang maaasahang serbisyo. Ano man ang trip mo, iba't iba man ang pangarap, sagot ka ng Toyota. Next generation Toyota tama raw. Abante, posible!
The all-new Mitsubishi Destinator, destined for more.
Our featured car of the week will be presented next on Showcase. This showcase takes a look at another Chinese 5-seater hybrid SUV entering an increasingly competitive market, the JQ J7 SHS.
There's a new contender in the crowded compact SUV segment, the JQ J7 SHS Comfort. Like most contenders in this segment, the JQ J7 offers a blend of rugged design, impressive performance, and smart technology, all at a price that's hard to ignore. The J7 SHS features a modern and rugged exterior with a boxy yet futuristic look. The Comfort variant comes with 19-inch alloy wheels and features such as LED headlights, daytime running lights, and tail lights. The vehicle measures 4,500 millimeters in length, 1,865 millimeters in width, and 1,670 millimeters in height, with a wheelbase of 2,672 millimeters, making it a proper compact SUV. It also has a ground clearance of 174 millimeters, a weighting depth of 450 millimeters, and approach and departure angles of 21 and 29 degrees respectively, giving the JCOO the versatility to comfortably operate on various road surfaces, including light off-road trails. It also has practical features like flush door handles and roof rails. Step inside and you're greeted by a minimalist and high-tech cabin, featuring a large 14.8-inch infotainment touchscreen, which controls most of the vehicle's functions. The driver gets a crisp 10.25-inch LCD instrument cluster. Connectivity is seamless with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with USB and Bluetooth connectivity. You can even use voice commands to control the system. The Comfort variant lives up to its name. The seats are wrapped in leatherette upholstery, and the driver and front passenger seats are electrically adjustable. You also get a dual-zone automatic climate control with rear AC vents and the convenience of keyless entry, push-button start, and central door locking. The steering wheel is adjustable for both tilt and telescopic movement and is wrapped in leather. Powering the J7 SHS is a super hybrid system that combines a 1.5-liter turbocharged gasoline engine and an electric motor to produce a combined 275 horsepower and 365 Newton-meters of torque. JCOO says this midsize SUV can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in 8.4 seconds. It has a total combined range of over 1,488.8 kilometers and a claimed pure electric range of over 100 kilometers, making it suitable for both long-distance trips and daily city commutes. The front suspension uses a McPherson strut setup, while the rear suspension is a multi-link system. For braking, it has ventilated discs at the front and solid discs at the rear. The J7 SHS has an electric power steering system with a rack and pinion steering gear. The J7 SHS Comfort is equipped with 6 airbags and a full suite of safety features, including ABS, EBD, vehicle stability control, and traction control. Parking is made easier with front and rear parking sensors and a reverse camera. It also has hill start assist control, downhill assist control, and an electric parking brake with auto hold. The J7 also has an anti-theft device, an anti-theft alarm, and an engine immobilizer. The JCOO J7 SHS Comfort variant arrived with an introductory starting price of approximately 1,449,000 pesos. It is backed by a 7-year or 200,000 kilometer bumper-to-bumper warranty and an 8-year or 160,000 kilometer battery warranty. Overall, the JCOO J7 SHS Comfort offers a compelling package for those seeking a stylish and feature-rich plug-in hybrid SUV.
Priced at around 1.4 million and backed by a 7-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, the JCOO J7 Comfort positions itself as a strong contender in the mid-size SUV segment.
Bagong araw, bagong tama raw. Panalo ka sa forma, pangmalakasan pa ang karga. Makabagong sasakyan para sa bagong henerasyon. Tuloy-tuloy ang asenso. Tuloy-tuloy ang maaasahang serbisyo. Ano man ang trip mo, iba't iba man ang pangarap, sagot ka ng Toyota. Next generation Toyota tama raw. Abante, posible!
The all-new Mitsubishi Destinator, destined for more.
Welcome back to Motoring Today, where we shift gears and dive into the latest from the auto industry.
Denza, the global premium new energy vehicle brand, has officially marked its entry to the Philippines with a ceremonial dealer recognition event. The event brought together leaders from the BYD Asia Pacific Auto Sales Division and local media, signaling a decisive step toward the brand's formal launch and long-term growth in the country. Positioning itself as a leader in intelligence and sustainable innovation, the brand aims to fill the gap in high-end NEV options for Filipino families and business professionals.
We also adhere to differentiated positioning. Currently, there are few high-end new energy options for family and business use in the market, and Denza is here to fill that gap. We aim to break the traditional luxury car pattern, letting Filipino consumers enjoy the environmental production and intelligence of new energy vehicles without compromising on luxury quality.
Denza announced that its first dealer stores in Makati, Alabang, and Cebu, plus pop-ups in Green Hills, will open this February, followed by a formal brand launch on February 27th. The premium EV brand's initial dealer partners include Denza Alabang and Denza Cebu by AC Mobility, Denza Makati by Harmony New Energy Auto Service, and Denza Green Hills by E-Vantage Motors. Clean Fuel and the Oben Group have officially signed a partnership to enhance the ownership experience of Toyota customers. The collaboration introduces the Clean Fuel Drive Card, a rewards program offering fuel discounts and points for customers of Oben Group dealerships.
It was designed for partnership with automotive dealers whose customers represent a wide range of driving needs and lifestyle. Today, that vision takes a meaningful step forward through our partnership with the Oben Group of companies. The Oben Group represents reliability, trust, and a strong connection with the Filipino motorists. Through its Toyota dealerships, by working together, we are extending the customer experience from the showroom to the road.
First conceptualized in 2021, the Drive Card provides practical value through savings on fuel and lubricants. This partnership reflects a shared commitment to operational reliability and consistent customer value.
So today is an important milestone for both our organizations. This partnership between the Oben Group and Clean Fuel is founded on our shared values and strong commitment to delivering the best customer experience combined with a world-class product and delivered by dedicated team members.
Hardcore Manila recently held a massive 3-day celebration of automotive culture at Okada, Manila. The event featured a diverse showcase of over 20 different car cultures, ranging from urban camping to high-quality performance builds.
Ang isang goal ko din as founder is gusto ko i-break yung norm. I mean, kung papansinin mo yung mga car events, lagi na lang meron tayong mga binabayaran. Dito sa Hardcore Manila, lahat, as much as possible, no money involved. Kung meron man kaming mga merch na we have to have profit, we make sure na meron pupuntahan charity. If not, ayaw namin na may money involved. So, yun lang, break namin yung norm, mapagsama namin yung different car cultures. Kasi parang first time talaga itong nangyari na lahat sa isang event, mapagsama-sama yung ganito. Yung lahat halos ng mga kilalang mga car club, car community, or car culture nandito.
The event also served as a launch platform for the Sunoco Philippines, which introduced its line of performance oils formulated for motorsports enthusiasts. Organizers reported a high turnout, with nearly 500 cars participating in the Car Culture Day alone.
Sunoco Japan, we have our own factory, we have our own R&D, and we have our own formulation for the enthusiasts and also for the normal road users. And of course, we are also doing on the industrial. We are very good in refrigeration oil, and we are one only in Japan who are doing all this motorsports very high end for racing use enthusiasts. If you can see around today, there's so many clubs here, motorsport enthusiasts, You know, you have the Honda Club, you have the Evo Club, you have the Porsche Club, you have all the motorsport enthusiasts here. So the market for the motorsport industrial is huge here. So we should not waste any opportunity in the Philippines, which should be one of our best market.
Sunoco is looking to widen greater awareness for its products through car clubs and events like that held by Hardcore Manila.
Sa ngayon naman, may mga sub-distributors tayo. Ngayon, andito, pasalamat tayo sa Hardcore Manila. Kasi nga, parang first time ata na nag-endorse sila ng oil. Tapos sila mismo sinubukan din talaga nila yung oil. Kaya sobra kaming masaya na hindi lang kami yung naka-experience kung ano yung hinahanap namin sa isang performance oil, kundi pati din sila.
The Clark International Speedway witnessed the first ever Nissan Festival, a celebration of the brand's deep-rooted motorsport heritage and community.
This is a great opportunity to maximize the passion toward the Nissan brand in Philippines. Of course, we can spend a lot of money in the, for example, digital advertisement or event. Maybe people see the advertising, people forget. But if you join in this band, if you enjoy it, if you have something, wow, looking at other people's vehicle or hearing the sound on the circuit, people will more engaged, more affinity to the brand will be increased.
A major highlight was the presence of Hiroshi Tamura, the father of the GTR, who engaged with fans in a Q&A session and led high-speed hot laps around the circuit.
53 years ago, kids, Hiroshi Tamura was there. You know, before Group A, 32 Skyline GTR, Godzilla before. Then this car screaming. That's the original imprinting of young kids. Hiroshi Tamura was thinking about I have to be Nissan. I have to create about the GTR. That's why I'm here. That's the dream.
That's it for this week on Motoring Today. Thank you for joining us. Also, please make sure to visit our website and follow us on social media for the latest updates in motoring.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 39th year serving the motoring public with a steadfast commitment to road safety. In honor of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa.
Happy motoring!